You will get the formulas. I will not, like, they'll just be formulas like, C equals, whoops, N equals C over V, and 1 over F equals 1 over DO plus 1 over DI, and M equals HI over HO equals negative DI over DO. Snell's law, N1 sine theta 1 equals N2 sine theta 2. What am I missing? Power of the lens equation. Power is equal to 1 over focal length. I think that's all the formulas you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably one question for each formula. I will give you these formulas, but I will not tell you what any of these letters mean. So you have to know what the letters mean. And you also have to know the sign conventions for the distance and height if I give them to you. So we'll remember that focal length is positive for a converging lens or a convex lens, and it's negative for a concave lens. DI is the other important thing, is negative for a virtual image and positive for a real image. So if you remember those two, those are the important sign conventions that you have to remember. Oh, I'm sorry you waited over 1 hour for this. I thought I told you 7:30, and I would have texted you on the remind, but that's okay. You are here now. That's good. Also, hello everybody else who was on the stream. Welcome. Returning people, welcome back, I guess. That's what I'm supposed to say. I think. MacDog is back. MacDog. Okay, MacDog, I'm serious this time. There's no, yes, he would. Very much. Like to leave. Okay, getting back to the question. Will we get to pick which phenomenon? I'm going to say, oh, hello, cat. I'll give you an option of 3, and you have to pick 1. So you have to study at least 2, if that makes sense. Because if you study 2 out of the 5, and I give you 3, then hypothetically I could give you 3 that you have all not studied. So that's going to be unfortunate. So interesting. Just study 2 and you'll be fine. Just trust. Yes, cat. I have a cat. Move your cat. The cat moves on its own. Okay, MacDog. I'm pretty sure you're not from this class, so don't disrupt this anymore, please. Just like chill and listen. Is there theory on the test? Yes, there is theory on the test. There'll be one theory question related to total internal reflection. There'll be one theory question related to the phenomena related to refraction, like explain one of those, and there'll be one theory question related to myopia and hyperopia. And those will be the 3 theory questions. It is 7:40. Okay, cat, you gotta move. No. Okay. This cat, its claws are too sharp. Okay. Sorry about that. Returning to the it was good, Jason. Thank you for asking. I didn't do a lot of work. I still have to actually write your test, so that's going to be interesting. But that's good. I can talk it over with you guys. If you have any suggestions for any questions that you want, you can let me know. There will be multiple choice. There will be some tricky multiple choice questions and some easy multiple choice questions. Mostly easy, hopefully. There'll be some tricky ones. Very few. Like a couple. Maybe like 4 or something. Yeah. I will ask you, what is total internal reflection? Maybe state the 2 conditions for total internal reflection is a good question. I can ask you about fiber optic cables. Like, all you have to know about fiber optic cables is what's on the slide. You have to know that there's a core, there's a cladding, and the cladding has to be rarer than the core in order for total internal reflection to occur. That's about it. I don't have to write it tonight. I actually do, because we have the test tomorrow, so I have to write it tonight. But nice try, Jason. The stream will be up almost immediately as a... I'm pretty sure the stream just automatically goes as a video after the end, so I will not make it hard. This will be very easy, I promise. Like, not like last time where I said it would be easy, but it was actually like kind of hard. This will be like actually easy. Just make sure you go over all the we're going to go over the important I'm going to go over some important calculation questions. So we're going to do that together right now. And then that's it. Okay, that's a big question. For the magnification formula, we add the negative in front of negative di, but what if you're solving for magnification given? It depends. So the magnification, if you're solving for magnification, that answer will always be positive. I'm not going to throw a curveball in the test where you have to like kind of change the sign. I will make it like very obvious. But when you're calculating magnification, it should always be positive. Like, you say magnification of like 2.4 or 0.9 or something like that. That's it. Fiber optics, yes, there will be fiber optics on the test. Like I said, you only have to know what's on the slide for fiber optics, nothing more. Hopefully, as soon as I'm done the review and after I answer everybody's questions, I'm going offline. So, like, I don't know how long that will take. Hopefully, half an hour tops. Yes, I'm going to do practice questions. So I'm going to start practice questions right now, so we can do those together. So these are the 2 main kinds of practice questions. So I've posted, how long are you planning to make the test? Hopefully it'll be shorter than last time. Okay, this is an example of a Snell's law calculation. Is there only going to be one question on phenomena related to refraction? Yes, there's only going to be one question. There will be no multiple choice on that because I told you that you won't have to study all 5, so you only have to study like 2. So I can't ask you multiple choice because I don't know, like different people might have studied different too. So there'll be no multiple choice on phenomena related to refraction, but there will be multiple choice on hyperopia and myopia. There'll be like one multiple choice, I think. Okay, a ray of light and air strikes a block of quartz at an angle of incidence at 30 degrees. The angle of refraction is 20 degrees. What is the index of refraction in quartz? So in air, so your incident medium is air, and we know the index of refraction of air is 1. Is that a Spider-Man shirt? No. How many marks will the phenomena be out of? I haven't, I don't actually know. Probably like 3. I'm going to say 3 marks. Like I said, pick any. The easiest ones are probably apparent depth and mirage. The rainbow is the hardest one. So if I were you, I'd just study apparent depth, mirage, or shimmering. Any one of those 3 is easy. Flattened sun is confusing, and rainbow is like kind of complicated. So study those 3 and you'll be fine. So the incident medium is air, Ni equals 1. The refracted medium is quartz, but I don't know what the index of refraction is. At least that's what my question's asking for. I have to find it. But I know the angle of incidence, theta I equals 30 degrees. And I know my angle of refraction, theta I equals 30 degrees and theta R equals 20 degrees. So I have to find my index of refraction here. This is what I have to find. Yes, you have to know... for a convex lens, you have to know the uses. There will be multiple choice questions on the uses of convex lenses, like the little table that we did at the end of the gizmo, not concave lenses. But going back to this, we are using our Snell's law, Ni sine theta I equals Nr sine theta R. Ray diagrams, there will be 2 questions, so 1 question for a convex lens, 1 question for a concave lens, and they will be worth 3 marks each, or 3.5 marks each, something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to put in these values into here. So I have 1 times sine 30, right, equals Nr, I don't know the value of that, I have to find that, sine 20. So the easiest way to solve this question, I'll use my calculator. So is to put first 1 sine 30 into your calculator, so that gives you a value of half, or 0.5. Nr, and then put sine 20 into your calculator, which gives you, so sine 20, the value of sine 20 is 0.342. Right? And to calculate Nr, I will divide, I got an echo issue. Oh, not again. Again, I feel like, I don't know why that happens often. Let me try and fix that. But I don't know if it will fix. There. Hopefully that is better. Let's see. Okay, either way, if you, well, don't understand me, just watch me do the calculations, that's the important bit. There we go. I'm going to bring the 0.342 down here, so just isolating for Nr, and that's 0.5 divided by 0.342, which gives me 1.46. So that is Nr, it's worse. GG. Do we have to draw diagrams of eyes? No, there will be no eye diagrams. 1.46. Will there be laser questions? No, there will be no questions from the previous section. It's only refraction. The next kind of question is this kind of question. So this is one where you have to calculate one of your indices of refraction. And there will be one question where you have to calculate an angle. So we're going to do one of those. And we'll just do one part. How many lens equation questions? Probably. I don't know. I think there will be two. Oh, lens equation. That's a good question. Okay, I still don't know how long I make the test. My tests are usually long because I do them in 15 minutes and then you guys take 75 minutes to do them. So I think there will be a maximum of 2, but I'll usually I go over the test with Miss Mackenzie tomorrow morning. If she says it's too long, I'll cut it down to 1 lens equation. Okay, one of these questions. One ray of light in air strikes a diamond and the other strikes a piece of fused quartz. In each case, the angle of incidence is 40. So I've given you, this is like a double question where you have to apply the formula twice, but we're only going to do it once because I'm not going to ask you to apply it twice on the test. Okay. Your incident medium is air, so Ni equals 1. Angle of incidence equals 40 degrees. Let's say it strikes the quartz. So I'll give you one of these charts, or I'll give you the refractive index of quartz. We can see that is 1.46. And I have to find my angle of refraction. So I know that, again, Ni sine theta I equals Nr sine theta R, so I'm going to put 1 times sine 40 equals 1.46 sine theta R. I feel like I know the lyrics to that song, but the song escapes me. I can't remember which song it was. I think it's a song. Pretty sure it's a song. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 times sine 40 into my calculator. I get 0.64278. That equals 1.46 times sine theta r. Ignore this. This is for the diamond part. And again, I won't ask you to do a double calculation for one question. Again, it shouldn't be that hard, but okay, we're not going to go there. 1.46 sine theta r. And then I have to isolate for theta r. So first I'm going to move the 1.46. This is key. A lot of people, or at least I noticed some people move the sign before they move the 1.46. You always have to leave the sign moving until the end. So you move the 1.46 first. Oh yeah, it's Wrecking Ball. It's been a while since I heard that song. Will we get the chart on the test? If you mean this chart, yes, you will. So I'm going to move the 1.46 down. So 0.64278 divided by 1.46 equals sine theta r. I do that calculation, and I get 0.44026 equals sine theta r. And then to isolate for theta r, I move sine over to this side where it becomes sine inverse, and I always move it to the front of the side, right? Whichever side I'm calculating, I always move it all the way to the front. So sine inverse of this entire 0.44026. And we learned how to do sine inverse on our calculator. 2 lens equations in total, or 1 for each of the types. I'm confused. What do you mean by 1 for each of the types? Is there going to be so there's going to be 1 magnification question. Okay, how about I'm going to say there's only going to be 1 lens, one thin lens equation question. There's going to be one magnification question, one speed of light question, one power question. It's going to be a super small test. I should probably make more questions. Yeah, you guys are going to finish in like half an hour. Okay, I don't know how many exactly questions there are going to be. There will be a maximum of 2. So I'm going to take the sine inverse by pressing shift sine or second function sine. And then putting 0.44026. And that gives me theta r equals 26.12 degrees. And that's what my answer is. So that is my angle of refraction for this guy. And then I have to find my angle of refraction for diamond, etc., etc. No, don't make it small. Can I give you a breakdown of the test? Yes, I can. So hopefully everybody's good with Snell's law questions right now. I think, let me see if I have a, I don't know if I have a thing equation. Lens equations. This looks about right. Let's see. Not now. Snooze. Open with. I should have done this before. My bad. Will this be more than the previous test? It will be approximately the same. Do you have to draw the correction for hyperopia and hypermyopic? No, you will not have to draw it, but you will have to recognize it. There we go. Don't you find it creepy that there's 20? Like, how is this any different from a classroom, though? I feel like in a classroom there's going to be like 30 people staring at me. At least I hope they're staring at me, because otherwise they're not doing their work. So, yeah. So again, you don't have to draw the correction. You just have to recognize the correction. So I'll give you a diagram, and you have to say, okay, I may give you the half the diagram, and you'll have to like complete the diagram. You won't have to draw like the eye per se and like things like that. You'll just have to put in the corrective lens, so to speak. Okay, I'm sorry about my mic. Apparently, I have to look at Stack Exchange for how to fix my mic thing. I don't know why this misbehaves sometimes, but maybe I'll zero this and make this down. Okay. Will we need to fill in the chart of all possible salt, or just salt any ray diagrams that we do on the test? Just salt any ray diagrams you do on the test. You will not have to fill in the big chart. What type of image is formed and where will it be located? Okay, so this is definitely going to be one kind of question. So we have to know how to do this. Okay, MacDog, last warning. Just listen and then don't say anything, okay? Focal length is 17 centimeters, so that's F given to us. Candle is located 48 centimeters. We have given DO is 48 centimeters. Most probably, actually, I'll be asking you to do actually something like question number 2. So we'll go over that as well really quickly. But I have to find di basically. So let's do that. 1 over f equals 1 over do plus 1 over di. 1 over 17 equals 1 over 48 plus 1 over di. So I'm going to move this 1 over 48 over here, where it becomes a subtraction. And then I do like 1 over 17. Yes, you will have to know sign conventions. 1 divided by 17 is 0.0588. 1 divided by 48 is 0.02083. This is equal to 1 over di. I'm running out of space. So 1 over di equals 0.0588 minus the 0.0283, which is 0.03796. And then in order to find di, I have to take the reciprocal of this. So basically, this is basically a fraction which is divided by 1, right? So I flip 1 over di, so I get di over 1, which is basically di. And I also have to flip this, which is 1 divided by 0.03796. So di gives me 26.33. I think I did that right. Centimeters. Yes, I did do it right. And how do I know I did it right? Yes, it is only on lenses and refraction, not on reflection. So, is this the final evaluation thing for optics? Yes, more or less. I mean, it's not it's like the mini final, or the final evaluation is split into 2 parts. So I'll take your reflection unit test as one mini unit test, and this is another mini unit test. Just so that I can ask you more questions. You know, I like asking you. Okay. How do I know that that's the answer? Because a converging lens forms a real image unless the object is located in between the focal length and the optical center. So if the object had been located at 16 centimeters, for example, I would have got a virtual image and a negative di. But since my object is far away from the lens, I will get a real image, so a positive di. So what type of image will be formed? It will be real and inverted. Will be my image type. Technically, tell me real because that's the type of image. So that's one kind of question. Another question will be something like this. Diverging lens has a focal length of 29 centimeters. So here, important, diverging lens. So my focal length is negative 29 centimeters. Most probably I'll be asking you one of these questions because no, I cannot make the test on Tuesday. Can you explain the secondary focus and primary focus stuff? Yes, I will get that in a bit. This test will not have a retest. So yeah, that's a no. So study well for this one. After our quiz, what quiz? Like the surprise quiz that I gave you? No, it's gonna have things after our first test, our first mini unit test. Everything after that's gonna be on this test. So focal length is negative 29. Virtual image. So di is negative 13 centimeters because it's a virtual image. So we know that it's telling us di, and we also know that it's negative because it's virtual. So then we put this and try to solve for do into our formula. 1 over f equals 1 over di. Plus 1 over do. So 1 over negative 29 over negative 13 is 1 over do. This 1 over negative 13 here. Okay, that's random. So this is being negative. It's much better. Text of because it's on the side. Yes, only the first test. Refraction, lenses, everything after. There's going to be no reflection questions. So here 1 over DO equals negative 1 over 29 plus 1 over 13. 1 over DO equals, what is negative 1 over 29? Negative 0.03448 plus 1 over 13. 0.0769. I see. It's cutting out. Interesting. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yes. YouTube. Man, some weird stuff is going on. Maybe if I. The problem is this is. There. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is acting up. My apologies. Okay, hopefully problem is gone and we shall continue. And my YouTube thing is behaving weird. Okay, we're gonna move on. and just finish this little thing up, because this is the last real type of question apart from magnification. 0.04244, and then we know we have to flip these. So 1 divided by that gives us DO of 23.56 centimeters. And that would be our answer. So finally, in terms of a breakdown for the test, you will need to know these calculation questions that I mentioned at the beginning. So using all these formulas, like this one, magnification equation, power equation, where you just take the reciprocal, Snell's law, where you have to calculate the refractive index and you have to calculate an angle. There'll be 3 theory questions, phenomena related to refraction. What's the other theory question? Hyperopia plus myopia, and there'll be 1 TIR theory question and then multiple choice. Does anybody else have any other questions? Don't worry about the primary and secondary focus, or F prime. That's just basically the equivalent of a focal length on the other side of the mirror. So if this is the primary focus for a convex lens, and that's at 10 centimeters, this is just the secondary focus at negative 10 centimeters, F prime. So for a concave lens, the primary focus will be on this side, and the secondary focus will be on this side, because the primary focus is where light appears to diverge from. Secondary focus is just secondary focus kind of exists just because it's on the other side of where the object is placed. If the object was here, this would be the primary focus. Again, don't worry too much about which one's the primary, which one's the secondary. It's basically the one which side up, like the rays converge to or appear to diverge from. Okay. Maybe I should let's see. I forgot my password. Very annoying. Will there be any ray diagrams? Yes, there will be ray diagrams. What is on the phenomena stuff? Like, you just have to read those pages in the textbook and okay, let's see if I can. Aha, okay, I figured out how to time out people. So, bye-bye, MacDog. Okay, continuing the questions. What is on the phenomena? It's just, you have to read those pages in the textbook. I have posted a video, so if you wanted to go look at that video, that would be fine as well. Will there be any ray diagrams? Yes, there will be 2 ray diagrams, one for a convex lens and one for a concave lens. Indeed, I have figured out. I was just like figuring out, again, my computer's behaving weird. I can't delete people from here, but that's okay. I figured it out. Technology hack. Okay, looks like my connection's back up too, so that's good. Any other questions before we disconnect and see you tomorrow? So I'll give you like 5 more minutes. Think about any questions. MacDog is timed out for 5 minutes. So before that, hopefully, just kidding. Will there be, yes, there will be one n equals c over v question. What are the theory questions we need to know? Again, one phenomena question, one myopia, hyperopia question, and one TIR question. Those are the theory. Again, you need to know a lot of the theory for multiple choice, but in terms of like the major theory questions, that's all you need to know. Phenomena is only one short answer question. I'll just ask you to explain. I'll probably give you like 3. Okay, this is the worst case scenario. I'll give you 3 options and I'll ask you to pick one. The best case scenario, I'll just say describe any phenomena. So it depends on how I'm feeling. There will be no multiple choice on theory. There will be multiple choice on hyperopia and myopia. One multiple choice, to be specific. What is an n equals c over v question? What do we need to know about convex applications? You just need to know the applications of just that little table at the end of our gizmo. You remember when we had like, when is a convex lens used like beyond 2f? And the answer was when you need a smaller image, or like a camera lens. When is it used between f and the optical center? You need a large virtual image, so a hand projector. So those kind of things. I can ask you, I can go either way. So I'll be like, okay, in a hand projector, where's the object placed with respect to a convex lens? And I'll give you like 4 of those options and you have to tell me which one it is. Or I can go, which one of these devices uses a lens placed at 2f and f, and you have to say spotlight, or 2f would be a photocopier, etc. What is a n equals c over v question? That is a good question. So that would be one of these questions. So 9 and 10. So what is the index of refraction in a medium that slows light to 2.23 times 10 to the 8 meters per second? So when I give you a speed, so how do you know it's a speed? First thing you know is the units are meters per second. That's how you know it's a speed. Second thing, you'll see this times 10 to the power of 8. Speed of light is very, very fast, and it's often times 10 to the power of 8. So I've given you v over here. So you have to use the formula, and I've asked you to calculate index of refraction, right? So you use n equals c over v. C value I will not be giving you. You have to know that it's a constant and is equal to 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. V is 2.23 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second, and that answer is equal to 1.34. So you kind of have to be familiar with using that on your calculator. You have to use 3 and then the E button, whichever E button is on your calculator. So it's 3E8 divided by 2.23E8, which gives us 1.345. The second type of question could be, welcome back, MacDog. Fake account. Oh, Mac. Why you? Okay, like blocking the U is not hard, MacDog. Just I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna finish this. The second question is how fast does light travel in diamond? So you have to know the. Yes, only the table. Yes, Aman, only the table for convex applications. How fast does light travel in diamond? Diamond, you have to know that the refractive index is n, and you know that because I will give you the refractive index chart that you will look up, and then you have to do 2.42. Here I've asked you how fast, so you need to give me the v, and that equals 3 times 10 to the power 8 divided by 2.42 is 1.24 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Again, you kind of have to know how to put that in your calculator, but apart from that, that's a fairly easy question, as well as just one division. Any other questions? I don't even know what Syed is talking about right now. Okay, so again, hopefully everybody's good. I have to eat. Could you not answer questions from it? Okay, just wait till you go to eat. We're done unless anybody has any questions. Not answer questions till you come back. Just go eat, say it's fine. You know everything. You're gonna do fine on this test. Have fun. Sleep well. Have like a good sleep, rest a lot, etc. Will there be bonus marks on this test too? Yeah. I don't know how I feel about bonus marks. I'll either make it like a super hard question, which nobody can answer. That should be like a bonus mark, I think. If I'm not too lazy, just like Syed, I will put a bonus question on. Yes, there will be one type of each. How hard would you say the test is? Not that hard. Except the multiple choice, which is a little hard. Ish. Oh my god. Hey cat, go here. Say hi. Okay, how long has this been going on for again? I don't even know. But we're gonna not keep it too long. So, do we need to label different types of lenses? That's a good question. That may be a multiple choice question. So you have to know like thin in the middle, thick at the ends is a convex, and the opposite is concave. Bad Maya. Power of the lens example. I have to find a power of the lens question now. Okay, actually, I think I have it right here. Yeah, okay. Lens has a focal point of 0.5. What is the power? So power equals 1 divided by focal length equals 1 divided by 0.5 equals 2 diopter. So I'll give marks for the unit here. You have to know that the unit of power is diopter. I won't give you examples of multiple choice. My multiple choice are, top secret and, etc. So, okay. An example of like a tricky multiple choice would be you have to know that light does not bend when it's passed through with an angle of incidence at 0 degrees, light does not bend, right? So you can't tell which medium is rare and which medium is denser. Just like that one question on the when we did the refraction, right? You can't tell because it's at an angle of 0. Other multiple choice questions will be, is it bending away or towards the normal as you move from a rare medium to a denser medium? Again, the theory behind the multiple choice probably won't be difficult. It's just the wording that might be slightly confusing. But as long as you read the question properly, it shouldn't be that difficult, right? That's all you need to do. Yes, you do need to know the shape of the meniscuses. Positive meniscus is a convex lens because it has a positive focal length. Negative meniscus is a concave lens, has a negative focal length. So the shape of concave lenses are always the same, right? It's the thin in the middle, thick at the edges. So again, marks for the units, and this is focal length is positive, so power is positive. So this is a convex lens. Negative focal point at negative 0.4. Again, power is equal to 1 over negative 0.4. This is 10 over 4, 5 over 2, 2.5. This is the lens. It is a diverging. Hi, MacDog. Yes, you will get marks off if you don't answer with the units. Units are important. I'll take half mark off. Okay, I can just block you again, MacDog. You can't keep laughing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna draw a hard line. At 8:30, we're gonna disconnect. If you have any more questions, that's too bad. So, any questions before 8:30? I did 1 divided by, is that not 2.5? Did I do my math wrong? No, it is 2. I just did 1 divided by 0.4. You put that in your calculator. And you get 2.5. Well, okay, 1 divided by negative 0.4 gives you negative 2.5. Here, use a calculator. But, I mean, you know that this is 10 over 4. Which is 5 over 2, which is 2.5. That's just easy mental math right there. But don't do the mental, just put it in a calculator. We have to draw the different types? No, you will not have to draw the different types of lenses. You will have to recognize the different types of lenses with the diagram or based on the characteristics that I described. So thin in the middle, thick at the ends, or vice versa. Okay. Let's hope I don't fall asleep before making your test so that we can actually do the test tomorrow. I'm just kidding. I will definitely make your test. Don't count on that. I'm not studying. There will be a test tomorrow. I have first period spare, so even if I fall asleep, I will be there tomorrow morning and make the test. That was a bad joke. Ignore that joke. The test is tomorrow. All right, I'm guessing that's it for questions. If you do come up with any questions, you can text me on the Remind app. I'll be up for a little bit. I will reply, I think. Other than that, the positive meniscus is thick in the middle, thin at the top. Yes, that is correct. Letus. I'll just say yes. Just so that, yes. But yes, that is correct. Yes, total internal reflection will be on the test. I'll ask you to either describe the conditions related to total internal reflection. Most probably it will be that. Or I might ask you, like, why does total internal reflection occur from a denser to a rare medium and not from a rare to a denser medium? That's the two questions I'll ask. One of the two or both. Good night, Jason. Get some rest. Don't stay up all night studying. You'll be fine. No worries. It's always fun. Okay. I will see everybody, at least everybody who's in my class tomorrow. Everybody else, I guess, the next stream. Good night.